In Maseches Sukkah, there's a machlekes, a dispute between Tanoim. What is the reason why we sit in the Sukkah? And the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Tafreish Chafhei paskins the reason why we sit in the Sukkah. Very unusual. And the poskim say, why does the Shulchan Aruch have to give us the reason? Usually, tells us what we have to do. The reason why we get the reason, the Bach explains, and many others bring down in the Mishnah Berurah, says, because since the Torah says, Leman yedu doroiseicha, I'm doing this, we're sitting in the sukkah in order we should know. Yediyah means consciousness. There's a meditation that every one of us tonight is going to do in the sukkah. Even if you don't usually meditate, meditation means to have kavana, to sit, close your eyes when you walk into the sukkah, besides all the hiratzons and everything else that we do, to sit and contemplate, why am I sitting in the sukkah? The Shulchan Aruch says we're sitting in the sukkah because of remembering the Ananei HaKavod, the clouds of glory. And the Mishnah Berurah explains, essentially we're thinking about two things. In fact, since it's two opinions, we think about two things. Number one, Hashem took us out of Egypt. He took us out of Mitzrayim. He took us out of that incredible Gehenna that we were in. And He led us through the Midbar in regular huts. That's number one. Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. Number two, the Rebbeinu Shem loves us so much, and He did such incredible miracles, as the Torah says. I took you through the desert. I had these clouds of glory. You were protected from every single side. If there were scorpions and snakes, it was shooting it down, like you have those games, the video games that we used to play. That's what we have to think about. And tonight, there's an additional thought that the poskim write. We have to think that there's a special mitzvah called a kezayis, to eat one kezayis of bread, and Yerushalmi actually says to eat matzah, because we learn it from Pesach, and we should eat it the same way we eat matzah, meaning without stopping, without speaking. A kezayis, which is not much, a schnapps cup, but it should be without interruption, and we should be thinking consciously about this concept called tutu. Tutu is because of 15th here, 2 is Tesvav, and Tesvav of Pesach, Tesvav of Sukkot. We learn from there that we have a mitzvah the first night, and it doesn't matter, according to some Rishonim, which the Ramah writes, even if it's raining, that a person has to eat because he doesn't have the exemption of Teishu Kentadur. However, we, Lamaisa, hold, thank God, I don't think it's raining, so we're not going to have a big question, that if it's raining, you should wait. How long should you wait? Basically, you should wait until the family doesn't want to wait anymore, which by today's standards could be after 10 or 15 minutes. The ikar is thinking why we're in the sukkah. And as we pointed out, there's really 2 points. There's 2 essential ways of looking at sukkah. You could look at it at the physical hut. You could look at it at the spiritual, the clouds of glory. What is the difference? So I was thinking, and I found this morning in Minhag Yisrael Torah, in the name of the Pit Chazuta, he says, really, what the Torah is telling us is that every person could be different. For one person, the main part of the sukkah is the blockings, the walls, the 4 walls, the physical walls. We're stuck in the physical world. But the Achlaner says, but someone that has seichel raises his eyes to above, looks up and says, Rabbeinu Shalom, even though I'm in this physical world, I know that you're in charge. And I want to connect to you. And I want to live on the spiritual level that the Jewish people lived in the Midbar. That's the opportunity of Sukkot, and especially tonight. I wish always the most amazing Yom Tov.